Shalom Aleichem, a guten Erev Shabbos. Well, it's Thursday night anyway. So anyway, we have here the Sefer Insights in the Torah. Insights in the Torah by Rabbi Zalman Sorotzkin. And let's read a little bit about Rabbi Zalman Sorotzkin. 1 second. So here we have on Rabbi Zalman Sorotzkin. Rabbi Zalman Sorotzkin was one of the stellar Jewish personalities in pre-war Poland and post-war Israel. As Rav of Lutsk, head of the Vad HaYeshivos, and close confidant of Rabbi Chaim Ozer Grodzensky, he was at the center of the struggle to preserve Torah values and foster Torah education, first in the embattled Jewish life of the pre-Holocaust generation, and then in the formative years of the Jewish state, when the foundations of a Torah society were being laid. That was one aspect of this multifaceted giant. As the spiritual leader of a major Jewish community, he was a Torah scholar of world stature, and as an international Jewish leader who sought ideas and policies not in popular trends, but in the timeless wisdom of the Torah, he became renowned for his insights into the scriptures, weaving the richness of his life experience with his profound knowledge of the Talmud, Midrash, and codes. He provided guidance. He was able to show how the verses in the Torah provided guidance and insights for every situation. Oznaim LaTorah was his masterpiece. Into it he poured his massive intellect and wealth of accomplishment. Regarding the Torah's command that a Jewish monarch should read his Torah scroll all the days of his life, it has been said homiletically that the intent of this command is that he view all the events of his life through the prism of the Torah. Rabbi Zalman Sorotzkin, a prince of Jewish leadership, did this in Oznaim LaTorah. His life and ours is mirrored in this work. So here, this is Insights in the Torah, Bereshis, by Rabbi Zalman Sorotzkin, and this is Insights in the Torah. And let's take a look at VeYechi. VeYechi. One moment. It's the end of Bereshis, is VeYechi. Miketz, Vayigash, and VeYechi. Parshas VeYechi. So this is called Oznaim LaTorah by HaRav Zalman Sorotzkin. VeYechi Yaakov be'eretz Mitzrayim, and Yaakov lived in Eretz Mitzrayim, in the land of Mitzrayim, in the land of Egypt, Sheva Esrei Shana. That's 17 years. He lived there for 17 years in Mitzrayim, in Egypt. Vayehi Yemei Yaakov Shnei Chayav Sheva Shonim V'Arboim U'Mias Shana. And the days of Yaakov were, his days and his years of life were Sheva Shonim, 7 years, V'Arboim U'Mias Shana, and 140 years. So he lived 147 years. And Jacob lived in the land of Egypt 17 years. And the days of Jacob, the years of his life, were 147 years. So in other words, it says years, Shana, the years, and it says Yemei, his days. So, in other words, every year were full of days of value. He made every day count. Every day count. So that's what we should strive to make every day count as much as we can. So that's why it says the years, and his days also Vayehi Yemei Yaakov, the days of Yaakov. Vayikrevu Yemei Yisrael Lamus. Vayikra Livno Liosef. Vayomer Lo. Imno Matzasi Chen B'Einecha. Simno Yodecha. Tachas Yerechi. Vyasiso Imadi. Chesed Ve'emes. Alno Tikbereni B'Mitzroyim. The time approached for Israel to die, for Yaakov, for Israel to die, for Yaakov. And Yaakov was called Yisrael later on. Hashem called him Yisrael. So he called for his son, for Joseph, and said to him, please, if I have found favor in your eyes, please place your hand under my thigh and do kindness and truth with me. Please do not bury me. Please do not bury me in Egypt. Vayomer Lo. Vayikrevu Yemei Yisrael Lamos. The days of Yisrael, meaning Yaakov, came for him to pass away. Vayikra Livno Liosef. And he called to his son, to Yosef. Vayomer Lo. And he said to him, if I have found favor in your eyes, simno yadecha tachas yerechi. Please place your hand under my thigh, v'yasiso imadi chesed ve'emes, and do with me chesed, loving kindness, ve'emes, and truth. Al nosik bereni b'mitzrayim. Please do not bury me in Mitzrayim, in Egypt. V'shochavti im abosai, unisosani mi Mitzrayim, ukevartani b'kvurasam, vayomer anochi eseh chidvorecha. Please do not bury me in Egypt, for I will lie down with my fathers. He will lie down with his fathers Avram and Yitzchak, and you shall transport me out of Egypt. Please take me out of Mitzrayim, out of Egypt, and bury me in their sepulchre. B'shochavti im avosai, I should lie down with my fathers. Unisosani mi Mitzrayim, and you please carry me from Mitzrayim, from Egypt. Ukvartani b'kivurasam, and bury me in their sepulchre, in where they are buried. The Maras HaMachpelah. Vayomer anochi eseh chidvorecha. And he said, Yosef said, I will do as you say. Vayomer, and then Yaakov said, Hishav ali. Then Yaakov said, swear to me, please swear to me. Vayishav alo, and he swore to him. Vayishtachu Yisrael al Rosh Hamita. He said, for I will lie down with my forefathers, Avram and Yitzchak, and you shall transport me out of Egypt and bury me in their burial place. He said, Yosef said, I personally will do as you have said. He replied. And then Yaakov said, swear to me, and he swore to him. Then Israel prostrated himself towards the head of the bed. Vayechi Yaakov. So this is the Peirush, this is the explanation of the Oznaim LaTorah by HaRav Zalman Sorotzkin, Zatzal, of blessed memory. Jacob lived. Vayechi Yaakov. Jacob lived. The parsha dealing with Jacob's death is called Vayechi. He lived. So it's dealing with his death, and it's called Vayechi. He lived. And Sarah's death is told of in Chayei Sarah. They talk about Sarah's death in Chayei Sarah, and it's called the life of Sarah, Sarah's life. This is to teach us that only the immortal life that follows death, or what we in human terms call death, is the real life. This is to teach us that only the immortal life that follows death In other words, the real life is the immortal life that follows death, that comes after. For what we in human terms call death, that's the real life. So this is that Yaakov lived, and Sarah, the life of Sarah. Shnei Chayav, the years of his life. Jacob's life was the kind God desires us to have, a life composed of reverence and the love of Torah. He lived this life for 147 years, of which not one day went by in vain. See above 23:1. So in other words, it says Shnei Chayav, the years of his life. Shnei Chayav, the years of his life. Sheva Shonim v'Arboim u'Mias Shana. That's 7 years and 140 years. And Yemei Yaakov, Vayehi Yemei Yaakov, the days of Yaakov. In other words, he lived 147 years, and every day was with meaning. Every one had meaning. A life composed of reverence and the love of Torah. That's the kind God desires us to have. He's an exemplar for the Bnei Yisrael. So he says, Im no motzasi chen b'einecha. Please, if I have found favor in your eyes. When Jacob sent Joseph to see how his brothers were doing, he used the authoritarian tone of a commanding father. Come, I will send you. That's in the Parsha Perek 37 and